spontaneous stream, unscheduled and unplanned. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? Now let me. Why is my microphone showing up at an angle? I'm singing. I guess if I move my camera a little bit, does it matter? Does it really matter? That's really the question here. No, that's wrong. That's backwards. That's doing it the opposite. That's making it look worse. I feel like I should look like I'm behind the microphone, which I actually am. No, that's making it worse. So if I move the camera this way, what's going on here? Maybe I have to, maybe my screen is just pointed in the wrong direction. Well, that looks, I guess, a little better. So I'm here to do original music. I am having a hard time scheduling things because last March, this is too bright, isn't it? Last March, at the end of March, I got COVID. I'd avoided it for 3 years. I was taking all the precautions. But then I decided, I'm like tired of masking and all this stuff. And, I used to go to the gym 6 days a week, and I was one of the only people masking. But, I was going with the science, and then I looked at the CDC data, and it said low transmission in my area. So I thought, okay, I guess it's safe. And the gym, they advertised their state-of-the-art ventilation system. And so I thought, I don't need this anymore. So I stopped masking, and within a week I got COVID. And ever since then, I've had chronic fatigue. It's known as long COVID. I mean, there's many different ways that long COVID can manifest itself, and a really common one is chronic fatigue. So that's what I have, unfortunately. It makes it really hard to plan anything. So I kind of stopped live streaming completely, and then I decided, maybe I could just do spontaneous ones and see how they work out. I'm just experimenting right now. And I probably can't go more than a half an hour because one of the unfortunate symptoms of long COVID is something called PEM, which is post-exertion malaise, which means that if I work at something too hard, I might be fine, but then like the next day, if I do too much exertion, I am like, my symptoms become so much worse, and I've actually been dealing with that. I actually woke up at 2 o'clock today after going to bed around midnight, and I only woke up because my phone, I decided to shut off the do not disturb after 2 because I'm probably not going to sleep. But I was still asleep, and and I got a notification on my phone to wake me up. And then I just took a nap, believe it or not. So I think I can make it a half an hour. So, all this talk about long COVID, I guess maybe I should start off with the song I wrote about this. And this is a true story. Long COVID also is sometimes known as long haul COVID. And those of us unfortunate to have this nightmare of a condition are known as long haulers. Now I don't like the microphone right in the middle. Now it looks weird. Okay. So anyway, I wrote this song. I just want my head on a pillow, my body flat out on a bed, the afternoon sun through my window. I'm tired of feeling half dead. I thought it would pass. Nah, you know what? Since it shows 0 viewers here, so I don't know, maybe, but I'm gonna just let a couple of people know that I'm here. So, I don't know if that'll do any good, but I'm here, everybody. I wonder if I could do that on YouTube also. Let me see if YouTube lets me. Oops, I don't want to use that browser because I have like a million tabs open in there. Let's see if YouTube lets me notify my followers that I'm online. As I said, this is all a big experiment. So let me see, my channel. View your channel. I'm going to view my channel. Wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to go to YouTube Studio, I think. Can I go to YouTube Studio from here? Oh, there it is. Does this let me, let's see if this lets me notify people that I'm online. Is it even showing me as being online? I should be online, and it's not showing me this. Well, this is unfortunate. Let's see what it shows. Oh, it shows that I'm live. How about that? It does show this, but it doesn't show a way where I can tell people that I'm online. That's too bad. Nope, I don't see any way of, oh, live, let's see. Let's see if it shows. I'm live. No, it's not giving me any way of notifying people. More actions. No, I don't want to do that. All right, forget it. Forget it. All right, so I'm going to do this song about my horrible long COVID nightmare. And hopefully others who are listening to this, if you know anybody who has long COVID or if you have it yourself, this song will give you some validation and support. I just want my head on a pillow, my body flat out on a bed, the afternoon sun through my window. I'm tired of feeling half dead. I thought it would pass like a cold or a flu. I can't believe the nightmare this has turned into. It's a long haul, an uphill marathon with a lead ball. I have to drag along like an endless climb, a daily grind with all the strength I can find. It's a long haul, one small step at a time. I truly hate the whole notion of learning to live like this. I'm gonna have to keep hoping someday the fog will lift. If you know how I feel, you're not in this alone. You got someone who cares, someone who knows. It's a long haul, an uphill marathon with a lead ball. I have to drag along like an endless climb, a daily grind with all the strength I can find. It's a long haul, one small step at a time. I wish more people were aware there's real danger in the air, and it's a long haul, one small step at a time. So, I should turn on this tab in case there's any chat going on. And I see that you have joined us. I can't see your name, but welcome. And please feel free to put something in the chat. Ask me any questions. If you know any of my songs and you want to hear a request, then please do that. So it says refresh chat. I don't know what happens. It says YouTube chat and multi-stream chat. So hopefully the multi-stream chat would include YouTube. I don't know what channel you're on. But thank you for being here. So I don't know, what should I do? Should I do like a love song or should I do another dark song? You know, well, the one viewer didn't stick around. That's unfortunate. So I've been rewriting. This is a song I wrote a long time ago. And I really like the song. It's very meaningful to me. It's I write songs about struggles, and this is a struggle. I don't know anybody who has problems maintaining their self-esteem. Hopefully, will find this song to be helpful. I actually wrote the song quite a long time ago, and I recorded it, and I didn't like the recording because I really liked the song, and I've been, improving my production skills. So I'm going back and remixing it. I made an actual change to the lyric after many years because I do that. Many songwriters, they, especially the pros, I spent many years trying to become one of them, and I came so close so many times. But, one of the reasons, I guess, I didn't make it, I know what the reasons are. I was told by, many people in the industry that, oh, you're going to make it, and I never made it. And one of the reasons being, the pros will say, just write as many songs as you can. I used to, when I was in grade school, I used to love writing. Anytime I got a writing assignment, I was so excited. And then, my third grade teacher started yelling at me for everything and that really destroyed me. I remember I wrote this masterpiece, this Halloween poem, and I got done early. I just got so excited I wrote it, and then I started drawing with crayon around the borders and everything. And I'm left-handed, so my crayons I'd smudge my own crayons, but I was being really creative, and I was so excited about this poem, and so I get it back, and all my beautiful drawings, messy. I'm like, and then she marked it up with all these things. There's one thing I'll never forget. I had this line, and this was a poem. So I can't remember what the order was. So I had was painting this picture, and I mentioned ghosts howling, witches prowling, the night falls as the red ink, ghosts are howling, witches are prowling. And I'm like, I'm in third grade, and it's like, I know this teacher is fucking wrong. The way I had it was it's not grammatically correct because it's a fucking poem. But so after that, it took me decades before I could find this creative spark again. And I have to admit, a lot of times when I'm starting a song, I have this fear that I won't be able to do it. And so instead of approaching it with this excitement, I can't wait to write this, a lot of times I have this fear that I can't do it. And that could be one reason why, the pro writers will say, just keep writing songs. You write bad songs, it doesn't matter. Just keep writing. And then, you write a song and then move on to the next one. Well, certain songs, when I write a song, I want to get it right. Especially, I don't just write a million songs like they say. I have to really want to write something. And then when I do want to write something, it becomes, a personal thing, and if I have a statement I want to make, I want to get it right. So sometimes I'll go back many years later, and I'll rewrite stuff. So here's one of those, and I'm about to re-release a new recording of it. I keep on looking back at all I haven't done. The sweet success if I had only. The moves that didn't work. The people that I've hurt. Thinking I deserve it when I'm lonely. This beating myself up is such a waste. It's time to give myself a break. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I still can hear that voice come piercing through the years, commanding me to blame myself. It's time to let that go. By now I ought to know I'm worth as much as anybody else. I'm gonna let the tears fall where they may. Remind myself that I'm okay. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I have my moments, I have my good days. I've got my inner strength, and I've got the will to change. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. So, hey, I see you have joined, and welcome, and I'm happy to see you here. I can't see your name. I don't know which platform you're on, but feel free to introduce yourself or ask a question, or I will do my best. And if you happen to know some of my songs, if you have a request you'd like to make, I would appreciate that. And I would do my best to fulfill that. So what should I, I don't plan my sets. I'm what they call a deadhead. I don't know if you know that expression, but a fan of the rock band, the Grateful Dead. And the Grateful Dead were known for like doing different shows every night, and they go on stage without knowing what they were going to do. And I kind of like that whole idea. Of course, I'm not a jam band like them. I don't jam out, but still, the idea of having a set thing doesn't appeal to me. I like to just kind of wing it. And as I said earlier, I kind of have to limit myself to a half an hour. I have so many songs I'd love to play and stories I'd like to tell, but because of long COVID, I can't overdo it. And if I go too much, I'm going to regret it for days. I get this thing called post-exertion malaise. So, and I'm doing these things kind of unscheduled right now because I'm still trying to experiment to see, it's really hard to plan anything with this horrible fatigue all the time. I never know when I'm going to have the energy to do it. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to do a happy song. This is kind of I guess it's a happy song. It's kind of a bittersweet song, but it's happy because it celebrates a relationship that has survived many challenges and stood the test of time, and actually started from an unlikely beginning. Two people who were both thousands of miles from their respective homes when they met. Okay, so even though we came from such different worlds, at that one single time and place on earth, there we were. Now somehow, when so many years have flown, look around at this place that we call home. Here we are, day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Through those times when it all seemed way too much, and it felt like both of us had enough, still here we are. Cry or laugh at the things we did back then, still it all comes down to this in the end. Here we are, day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Day after day after day, page after calendar page. Nothing could stand in our way. We're joined at the heart. We could have drifted apart anywhere under the stars, but of all places we both could be, here we are. Here we are. Of all places we both could be, here we are. Thank you. So if you're enjoying this, please follow me on whichever platform you are watching on. This is really cool. I stopped live streaming after I was doing these every Sunday nights, and there was this platform known as Sessions Live, and it was just basically, it was not basically, it was totally devoted for live streaming, and most of the artists, or pretty much all of the artists on there, were independent artists. And then one day they just shut down and went out of business. Then I was kind of trying to figure out which platform is best to live stream. And then I got sick, so I kind of stopped the whole thing altogether. And then I've been thinking about doing it again. I'm like, what's the best platform? Well, this turns out this app called Streamlabs. They offer this premium service that you have to pay for, and it was $150 a year. It's like, I don't know if that's worth it. I'm still trying to build an audience here. But then they had a Black Friday half-price sale, and I thought, what the hell? And the great thing about this is that they allow you to multi-stream. So I can be live on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and but also Facebook and a couple other platforms, all at the same time. So I don't have to decide. So I don't. Wherever you are, please follow me, and I hope I'll keep seeing you, and I hope you're enjoying this. And you know what? I have my chat box blocked. So now I have my chat box unblocked. So what should I do? I want to, I know this song. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. So I mentioned I write songs about my struggles, and this is a really quirky song, and I haven't really played this one much, so I hope I can get it right. But I haven't released this song because it just doesn't seem like a single. It's like an album cut, but I don't have an album, so it's not on Spotify. I think I finally put it up on my website, and but I really like this song because I feel like this shows my the thing about me, no matter all the struggles and depressions and anxieties and all these things that I have. I don't believe in giving up. I'm just searching for a way out. So this song, I feel like, is a good reflection of that part of me. I can hardly lift a hand. It's such a strain to take a breath. So much effort just to stand. All I want to do is rest. I don't even know what I'm depressed about. Maybe it would help to let my feelings out. But I don't even want to write this song. It's such a struggle and I'm not that strong. I'd rather lay in bed all day long. I don't even want to write this song. I could fall to the abyss, or I could take this as a test. If you're listening to this, you'll know I somehow pushed ahead. I want to take what's in my heart and sing it to the world. But no matter what I say, seems like I'm never heard. So I don't even want to write this song. It's such a struggle and I'm not that strong. I'd rather lay in bed all day long. I don't even want to write this song. Maybe I'll make it, just taking it line by line. I can see it taking shape, rhyme by rhyme. I think I'm really gonna write this song. It's such a struggle, but I guess I'm strong. I wanna lay in bed all day long, but I think I'm gonna write this song. I wanna lay in bed all day long, but I think I'm gonna write this song. Looks like I'm really gonna write this song. I can't believe I'm gonna write this song. So I hope you like that. I mean, if that's kind of like my overall message. If I have a message, it's just like, life's a struggle, don't run from it, embrace it. And then, also you savor the good times. So, I'm going to do a political song because, I've been told, I took a marketing class and, I'm on Twitter, like posting political things. And I was like, should I promote my music? I've got a couple of thousand followers, but politics is really nasty and I'm sometimes pretty unfiltered. And I have little patience for certain things. So I asked the instructor, should I combine my, she said, no. She said, keep your politics and your music separate. So I have a separate personal account. I'm now on Blue Sky, by the way. Twitter has become such a wasteland. And since they decided to prioritize the blue checks, I'm not going to pay $8 a month for free speech. I'm just not. And if you don't do that, you're basically shadow banned. So, it's almost pointless posting on Twitter anymore. But anyway, getting back to the song, my wife's from another country, and I never realized until I started talking to her how weird it is that we Americans are it's so important to us to believe that we are the greatest country in the world. And I didn't realize how important that is to my identity, that America is the greatest country in the world. And that's one of the reasons I'm so obsessed with politics. And it's one of the reasons, I'm sorry if you're a MAGA, I guess we're not going to get along, but it's one of the reasons I despise the MAGA movement, because the things that make America great, there's a way to make America great. There's a right way and a wrong way. And I think they're the wrong way. But I wrote a song about what I think is the right way. So I'm going to do that song now. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try that again. All the angry words and crossing swords, where politics is like a sport. The red team or the blue, we all pick a side. The goal is just to make the other team cry. But we're not just some elephants and donkeys. We need to come together for our country. One great nation, that's our foundation. 50 states united, we all lose if we're divided. This common ground we live on is what we've got to build on. That's how we make America great. We don't need to agree on all that much. Just this land we love belongs to all of us. No talk of spilling blood, no seizing control. Here we settle things at the polls. We wave our flags and sing our songs of freedom. It's time we start to act like we believe them. One great nation, that's our foundation. 50 states united, we all lose if we're divided. This common ground we live on is what we've got to build on. That's how we make America great. The haters on TV keep on talking louder. They're separating you and me just for their own power. So let's ignore them. We can't afford them. 'Cause one great nation, that's our foundation. 50 states united, we all lose if we're divided. This common ground we live on is what we've got to build build on. That's how we make America great. This common ground we live on is what we've got to build on. That's how we make America great. That's how we make America great. So let me see. There should be a timer here to tell me how long I've been on. Because I really kind of have to limit myself. Oh, I've been on, I've already gone over my half an hour. I'm afraid to do more because of what I explained earlier. I have long COVID and there's something called post-exertion malaise, which if I expend too much energy, like the next day, I'm hit with this like even worse fatigue than I normally have. So I've already gone over. I hope you'll come back and follow me on whatever platform you're on and share and tell your friends if you like my songs. I really want to do one more, but I probably should stop. So I hope I'll see you again. Again, I'm doing these kind of things spontaneously when I have some energy because this whole long COVID thing is terrible. It makes it really hard to plan anything. So go to my website also, SethHilaryJackson.com. You can join my mailing list. That'd be awesome. I don't really send out that many mailings, unfortunately. I probably should send out more. So I'm not going to spam your mailbox, but you can hear what's going on, and you can hear my music and my latest song. I wrote a song about this horrible long COVID experience, and it's my latest single. It's called Long Haul. My next single, I'm finally getting ready to release it, but it's another political song. And I was going to release it, but then I thought, I just still don't like the recording, so I went back and made some changes. And I was going to release it before Thanksgiving, and then it's like, now it's going to be like during the holidays, which is probably a bad time to release a political song. So I'm going to wait till January, and then it's going to come out. I'll give you a hint. It's called Follow the Money. And actually, the one I just played, that started out. What really, I'm just going to tell you this before I go. What really bothers me so much is the way the media. It's impossible to tell like what's true anymore. And so I tried to write a song about that and how like when I listen to conservative media, they're accusing the liberals of doing the same thing that they're actually doing. But if you read their stuff, and it's like, I started to wonder, what if they're right? What if I'm the one who's wrong? What if it's like I felt totally gaslit, and I think I'm pretty good at fact checking, but they made me start, so I had to really think about, wait, am I really on the, and I finally figured out, why that they're lying. But I tried to write a song about that, and that ended up, it's a really hard song to write about, like media literacy and fact checking, So I started that, and I ended up with the song I just played, One Great Nation, which really has very little about that. I mean, I mention it in the bridge about the haters on TV. So then I tried to write the same subject again, and again, I couldn't quite, it turned into something slightly different. It's closer to what I originally set out to do, and it's called Follow the Money. And so maybe I'll play it next time I do a live stream, but it's going to be out sometime in January, I believe. So anyway, thanks for being here.